My name is Kieran Vale, and I was 27 when I walked into my own home and realized my family had crossed a line I could never forgive. Part 1 opens on an ordinary Wednesday evening. Kieran pushes open the front door, grocery bags in hand, expecting the soft jingling sound of his cat, Miso, running toward him like always. But the house is silent. Too silent. No pause. No meow. No welcome. Kieran frowns. Miso. Nothing. He checks the bedroom. The kitchen. Under the couch. Behind the laundry basket. Nothing. His chest tightens as he walks into the living room where his mom and sister sit on the couch scrolling through their phones like nothing in the world is wrong. He asks calmly, "Where's Miso?" His mom doesn't look up. "Oh, that. Don't worry. We sold it." Kieran freezes. "You what?" His sister rolls her eyes. "Relax. My kids needed new phones. You'll be fine. It was just a cat. Just a cat." Kieran feels the words stab deeper than any insult. He sets the grocery bags down slowly. "Where is he?" They laugh. Actually laugh. His mom waves him off. "Stop being dramatic, Kieran. He's probably happier anyway. The kids needed the upgrade." Kieran breathes in. Long, deep, steady. "Where?" "D." His sister shrugs. "Who cares? We got $250 for him." Kieran walks to his room without another word. Not slamming doors. Not yelling. Silence. The kind that means something is about to break. And hook. 2 days later, Kieran finds Miso and buys him back. What he does next makes his family scream. Kieran tracks down Miso and discovers the truth his family didn't bother to check. Kieran doesn't sleep that night. Not because he's angry, but because he can still hear Miso's tiny meow echoing in the back of his mind. At 5:42 a.m., he opens his laptop and starts searching. Pet sale groups. Local classifieds. Adopt-a-pet boards. Even shady cash-only listings. By 9 a.m. he finds it. A blurry photo of a small gray cat with mismatched eyes. The caption. "Friendly male cat, recently purchased, now available again. $300. Kieran's heart drops. He messages instantly. "Is he still available?" The seller replies within minutes. "Yeah. Previous owner's kids didn't know how to treat him. Poor thing ran under the bed all night. Want to come see him?" Kieran's blood runs cold. His sister's kids. Of course. He doesn't bother telling his family he's leaving. He grabs his keys and drives across town. When the door opens, a woman in her 50s smiles. "You're the nice guy who asked about the gray one, right?" Kieran nods. She leads him inside. On a small blanket, shaking but alive, sits Miso. The moment he hears Kieran's voice, the cat crawls weakly toward him, tail trembling, eyes wet. Kieran drops to his knees, scooping him gently. "Hey buddy, I'm here. I'm here." The seller sighs. He wouldn't eat, wouldn't sleep, just cried at the door. "I figured he was missing someone." Kieran lifts his wallet. "How much?" She raises a hand. "Just take him. Someone who loves him should have him." Kieran insists, places the $300 on her table, thanks her, and leaves. In the car, Miso curls into his chest, purring for the first time in days. And twist. When Kieran returns home with Miso in his arms, his family loses their minds. Because the money wasn't the biggest thing he took back. Their control was. The family's meltdown begins, but they're not angry about the cat, they're angry about what Kieran quietly took with him when he moved out. Kieran steps through the front door holding Miso against his chest. The moment his mother sees the cat, she jumps to her feet. "You bought it back?" His sister storms in from the kitchen. "Are you insane? We needed that money. Those phones cost." Kieran walks past her without slowing down. Miso clings to his shirt, still trembling. His mom blocks the hallway. "Kieran, you march right back and return that money. We already spent it." Kieran finally looks at her. "Come. Cool. Done." "No." His sister scoffs. "You can't just take him back. That's not how this works." Kieran raises an eyebrow. "You sold something that wasn't yours. This is exactly how it works." His mom's voice rises into that high-pitched tone she uses when she knows she's losing control. "You live under our roof." Kieran shakes his head slowly. "Not anymore." All three freeze. His sister's voice cracks. "What do you mean not anymore?" Kieran sets Miso gently on the couch and pulls out his phone. He taps a notification. "Here's what I mean." 2 messages pop up on the screen. Transfer confirmed. Savings withdrawal $22,000. Lease signed. New apartment. Move-in ready. His mom's mouth falls open. "You took the savings?" Kieran meets her eyes. It was my savings. You only held the account because I trusted you. His sister grabs the phone from his hand, scrolling. Her face drains. He changed the passwords. Bank, utilities, everything. Kieran nods. Miso and I are leaving today. And twist. His father appears in the hallway and growls. If you walk out that door, Kieran, you're dead to this family. Kieran doesn't even blink. They try to threaten him back into place, but Kieran has already built a life they know nothing about. Kieran turns slowly toward his father, who stands in the hallway with his chest puffed out, like he still expects his son to flinch the way he did at 15. Even 23. But 27-year-old Kieran is different. He has Miso in his arms, a lease in his pocket, and something they never gave him. His own backbone. His father growls again. You walk out that door, you're dead to this family. Kieran tilts his head. You sold my cat for phone upgrades. Silence. You laughed when I begged to know where he was. His mother wrings her hands, eyes darting between them. Kieran, honey, don't make this bigger than it is. He cuts in sharply. You made it bigger. You made it final. I'm simply leaving. His sister steps forward, arms crossed, mask slipping. So that's it? You're running away? Again? Kieran laughs softly, not bitter, just tired. I'm not running. I'm choosing better. She scoffs. Where will you even go? You can't afford rent without us. Kieran gestures to his phone. The savings you thought were yours? I earned that money. Every hour. Every shift. Her face twists. His father tries one last pathetic card. You think you can manage out there alone? You need us. Kieran lifts Miso gently. If selling my cat didn't convince me otherwise, the laughter did. He walks toward the door. His mother's voice cracks. Kieran, what about the bills? We counted on your help. He pauses, turns, and says quietly, I was never help to you. I was a wallet. And twist. He opens the door and behind him his father yells, You'll come crawling back. But when Kieran steps outside, he knows the only crawling that ever happened was what they forced him to do. Kieran leaves, and the moment he steps out, the family realizes just how much they depended on him. Kieran walks toward his car with Miso tucked safely in his arms. The cold air hits his face, but it feels cleaner than the air inside that house ever did. Behind him, his family spills onto the porch like a collapsing circus. His sister shouts, You can't just take everything and walk away. Kieran doesn't turn. His father barks. This family will fall apart without you. Kieran opens the car door. Exactly. He sits Miso gently in the passenger seat, wraps him in a blanket and closes the door. His mother hurries down the steps, voice breaking. Kieran, please. The bills, your father's insurance, your sister's kids. Kieran finally turns. You sold my cat. For phones. She flinches. He continues. You drained my savings without asking. You used my paycheck, my kindness, my silence. But the second I asked one scared question, you laughed in my face. His sister throws her hands up. It was a joke. Kieran finally raises his voice, not loud but sharp enough to cut the air. You don't get to decide what hurts me. Silence. His father steps down one stair, lowering his tone like he's offering mercy. Just fix the accounts, son. Turn everything back on. Kieran shakes his head. No. His father's face hardens. You're abandoning your family. Kieran meets his eyes. No. I'm escaping my captors. His mother covers her mouth, horrified. Kieran, where will you go? Kieran gives a small, calm smile. Home. A real one. And twist. As he gets into the car, his phone vibrates. A message from the bank. Joint accounts permanently locked. Primary owner, Kieran Vale. He drives away while his family screams behind him. Freedom tastes good, but the next morning the consequences for his family hit harder than Kieran expected. Kieran wakes up in his new apartment to the soft sound of Miso purring on his chest. Sunlight spills through the curtains, warm, gentle, nothing like the tension-soaked air of the house he left behind. For the first time in years, his mind is quiet. No yelling. No guilt. No, can you send money? No, fix this for us. Just peace. He feeds Miso, sets up a tiny bed in the corner, and brews himself coffee in silence. Then his phone begins to vibrate. Once, twice, then nonstop. Not angry messages this time. Bank notifications. His mother's card, declined. His father's insurance autopay, failed. His sister's electric bill, disconnected notice. His nephew's school tuition, overdue. Family phone plan, suspended for non-payment. Kieran exhales, not vindicatively, but with the heavy realization that they never planned for a life without him. Then the calls start again. Mom. Kieran. Honey, something's wrong. Everything is bouncing. Please call me. Please. Dad. This is ridiculous. Fix the accounts. Sister. My kids' phones just shut off. Do you know how embarrassing this is? Kieran places the phone face down and continues organizing Miso's toys. At 10:41 a.m., there's a knock on his new door. Kieran checks the peephole. All three of them are standing there. Panicked, breathless, disheveled. His father bangs his fist. Kieran. Open this door right now. Silence inside. Then Rowan, no Kieran, unlocks the door and opens it just a crack. Enough for them to see him, not enough to step inside. His father blurts out. You ruined us. Kieran's voice is calm, almost gentle. I didn't ruin you. I just stopped funding your bad decisions. And twist. His sister blurts out something she never meant to say. We need you. We depended on you. And that is exactly the problem. Kieran forces them to face the truth, and reveals the one thing they never expected. He's not coming back to rescue them. They stand in the hallway of his new apartment building. A defeated trio who look nothing like the loud, confident people who mocked him just days ago. His sister steps forward first, mascara smudged, hair unbrushed. Kieran, please, we can't keep up with the bills. Dad's insurance is overdue. Mom's medication. Kieran cuts in quietly. I know. I got the notifications too. His mother lets out a sob of relief. So you can fix it? Kieran tilts his head. I can. But I won't. His father stiffens as if someone slapped him. You selfish little. Kieran closes the door just enough that his father has to stop talking or get hit in the face. You sold Miso. His father growls. It was a cat. Kieran's voice drops to a softness that hurts more than shouting ever could. He was my family. You weren't. All three freeze. His sister wipes her face, voice cracking. Okay, we messed up. But we apologized. We drove all the way here. What more do you want from us? Kieran finally steps fully into the doorway, blocking the inside of his apartment, his safe space, from their access. I don't want anything. His mother blinks. What? Kieran continues. You don't get to fix this with apologies and then plug me back in like a charger. I'm done being your power source. His father throws his hands up. Then what are we supposed to do? Kieran shrugs. What adults do. Figure it out. And twist. Then he adds. Oh, and you might want to check the mail. A few things are addressed to you. They look confused. Because the real shock is still waiting for them. Final poetic justice. The letters arrive, the truth detonates, and Kieran walks away with everything that was his all along. His father narrows his eyes. What letters? Kieran gives a small, almost kind smile. The calm before a storm he didn't create but will absolutely finish. Go home. You'll see. He closes the door gently, not a slam, not a fight, just a boundary finally respected. His family stands frozen in the hallway, confused and rattled, before shuffling back toward the elevator. Kieran returns to Miso, scoops him into his arms and whispers. We're okay now, buddy. We're finally okay. Meanwhile, back at the old house. 3 envelopes sit on the porch mailbox, stamped and official looking. They grab them instantly. The first is addressed to his mother. Notice of beneficiary change. Prescription Assistance and Health Fund. Primary beneficiary, Kieran Vale. She gasps and drops into a chair. The second is addressed to his father. Notice of account removal. Household utility plan. Primary owner updated, Kieran Vale. Your access has been terminated. His father's face goes crimson. But it's the third envelope, addressed to his sister, that detonates the truth. Overdue notice. Family phone plan. Primary holder, Kieran Vale, has terminated all lines. You are responsible for the full balance immediately. Her jaw drops. He took everything. Her father collapses into the nearest chair. His mother clutches her head. His sister screams. He can't do this. But he can. He did. And it was always legally his. Back in the apartment. Kieran leans against the window, Miso asleep on his chest, watching the sunset paint the sky gold. He whispers to himself. I didn't take anything from them. I just stopped giving. For once the world is quiet. Warm. Safe.